did it, Tear Bear. We did it.
That was a sprint.
Oh, it was at marathon pace. No, it was a marathon at sprint pace.
And you did the sprinting. I was just behind the scenes.
I did. But the truth is, we're talking about the summit, everyone, that like back in my day, I was doing radio for hours, which we had breaks, commercials. But when I did TV, like home shopping, we didn't have breaks. There weren't commercials. And I do stints for like 4 or 5 hours. No, there was rarely, like at the end of the hour, there might be a quick one, but you went for the whole hour. Like you went.
Wow.
Sometimes you went over the hour. So in a theory, it's in me somewhere, but I was exhausted. I'm not going to lie. I was exhausted in all the right ways.
Oh yeah. It was so worth it. And you guys, the material covered in the summit, I have heard. I have talked about it with Roxanne endlessly, and it was still amazing to watch. Like, it was just a really freaking good summit. And I don't say that to like toot your horn. Like, I truly, genuinely mean it.
Thank you so much. That means a lot, Tear Bear. Thank you. You're tearing up.
You're welcome.
It was the first time we did it live completely, which I'd forgotten that. I'm like, oh, we've never actually done it all live. Okay, that's one thing. It also happened to be just me, which I hope people aren't, oh, that's arrogant. She just wants it to be me, her. But that wasn't what it was about. It was about really getting clear and focused on this is the thing. We're all going in one direction. You can be yourself in this one direction, but we're going in this direction of the SPY, try, buy method. And in addition to that, like at the end, because I find that when we go to, and y'all can relate to this, when we go to conferences, when we do summits, virtually or otherwise, we have all these ideas and it's like ping, 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 ping. I want to do all of the things. And then you don't do any of them, or you do all of them, but just a little bit, you don't get anything done. And I didn't want that this year.
Yeah, we definitely went a way different route of narrowing in, because sometimes summits, and I've been to a lot of summits too. Yeah, you go and there's just so much information. And you're like, I don't really know which direction to go with that, which the idea is, you're pulling different people in with different interests.
Yeah.
But that just wasn't our goal this year. We wanted people who were ready to learn something specific and know how to walk away.
100%. And then, we did a quiz. So at the end, you were invited to do a quiz that gave you clarity. And I started calling it yesterday the 90-day action quiz. Like, what am I going to do in the next 90 days? I know that came to me. I was doing like I was doing Facebook ads. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's what it's called. So what's interesting is we had a lot of people do the quiz already, and people are still coming in doing the quiz. And what I've learned about where everyone is in their struggles actually is helping us really determine what we focus on. I mean, we have everything laid out, right? We have all of the RoxTalks programs, the socials, I should call them, that are going to help you to speed up the process between when someone finds you and when they buy from you. And that's the SPY, try, buy method. We get them from spying, trying to buying, which we gave a lot of clarity on that. I just want to remind everyone, here's the thing. Most people, 68%, I think it is, are not going to buy from you the second you say, hey, I got something new. They're not going to buy from you saying, hey, there's a new company, the product's not out, but you should really join. They're not going to do that. That is not normal. And yet in network marketing, we focus on that group. That's who we focus on. That
initial sale. Yeah. As soon as you meet someone, they're going to buy.
Yes. And we are taught like, so you ready to buy? But that's not normal. That's not how you buy things. That's not how humans human. And so SPY, try, buy is really focused on helping people get the information that they need, the education that they need to make a informed decision to join you in business or buy your product. Not a decision of like, oh, I'm not going to do it because she just bugged me immediately and that's ridiculous. Or I'm going to do it because she bugged me 1,000 times. And I said, if she comes the 1,000th time, fine, I'll do it. Which, by the way, that's like anger purchase. And those people are not good customers, by the way. Just saying.
No, the goal is to have a sustainable business that continues, right? So even that person who maybe does impulse buy, guess what? They impulse buy a lot of things. So are they going to stick with your product?
Negatory ghostwriter. They're not.
Nope. Anytime like I quickly buy something on Instagram, these new supplements, I'm like, oh, this is so great. I buy them. I take it for a month and then I'm on to the next thing. Whereas the things I take I know. Don't even get me going there. But like, if I take my time and really educate myself on something in a purchase, then those are the ones I stick with and continue to use.
Exactly. So what I found though with this quiz, you want to hear some of the results, is that most
Yeah.
people, like I'll give you some breakdowns, percentages, of course. So when it comes down to it, 33%, nope, just kidding. Let me look at the right question. 79% of the people who've taken the quiz so far have a hero product. That's good. That makes me happy. You've got a focused product that you know that is your jam. Wait, good on you. 20% you don't. And if that's you watching, like please go back and listen to our podcast about the hero product. Let's lean into getting you a hero product because that's going to give you a lot of great strategy on where to go and
Hmm.
what to be talking about on social to get people to spy
Oh,
trial.
yeah. Yeah.
So the next question, what I found was this. While, what did I say? 79% of you have a hero product. 62% of you are not actually posting about your hero product consistently.
Oh, and that's the one that got me when you were sharing this with me the other day. I was like, oh,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
this quiz it's not a long quiz, but
No, it's super quick, especially if you answer
there's
in the way you
more
did.
steps. And a lot of that was the step where it was like,
No.
people didn't get past that.
No, yeah. 62% of you are not consistently posting about your hero product, which means you're bing, 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 or not talking about anything. And that's a problem. That's a big
Hmm.
problem. That's why I created social content. But I got to tell you, when I created social content earlier this year, I felt this, maybe it's the manifest for me. I'm like, I felt like people are not getting across the finish line with content, but I didn't
Yeah.
realize how big the issue was
Yeah.
until now.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, because I feel like people they were understanding like and I hate to use the S word, but should be posting on social media, but there's something that's stopping from doing it.
that connection of exactly. And that's why social content walks you through exactly, okay, you have your hero product, you have your brand. Now this is the content and how often you should be posting it. In fact, I don't know when this is coming out, but we have a session either going on right now or about to start, which is exciting. Okay, but here's the
It's literally starting this week when this comes out.
oh, well, look at
Hmm.
that. You should probably sign up then if you want to hop in, come on in. Then okay, of the 38% that said they are consistently posting about their hero product, when asked if the content is working, 64% said no. Yeah. So they're posting, but they're not posting right because it is not connecting. Those two numbers, it was like, wait, I don't know why I spent time doing the rest of the quiz. Like, there we go. Here's the
Well,
issue.
and this here makes me think like, okay, what are your goals with social media? Is your goal to only get sales?
Mm-hmm.
Because then it's not going to work. If that's their only goal with social media is to get sales, which I get it. That sounds simple. That sounds like, well, isn't that what I'm doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But remember, we had talked about this in a past episode. Get them to click a link,
Yes.
lead
Draw
them
to it.
somewhere else.
Exactly. And you know what's interesting about that? I think that initially when people talk about social media leads to sales, they're short, like the experts are saying that quickly, knowing that it's steps, there's steps inside of that.
Yeah.
However, when direct sellers glommed on, like, okay, so it equals sales, I'll tell people to buy. And that's not actually how social media works. It's the nurturing, it's getting people to click on the link and then go buy. So it's like we shortcut it. Oh, if I can post on social media and it means people buy, then let me just tell them to buy. And that's all I'm going to talk about on social media.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't even need to tell you the rest of the quiz, that we just stop right there. Like that's the crux of it, is what's going on is either you don't post consistently about which I got a rant to go there for a second,
Ooh,
or
okay.
it's not working. Okay. So, I was meeting with some direct sellers and and I've been hearing this a lot lately. Like, okay, I know I'm not getting my content out. I know I need to be doing social media. They're telling me they don't want to touch base and do the cold reach outs and things. They want social media to work for them, but they're not posting on social media. And I was like, that's a problem. Like if you
Yeah.
want social media to work for you and you're not doing it, why aren't you doing something else? Like seriously, Taryn, you've gotten lash extensions before. Did
Yeah.
you feel like you needed to learn how to put lash extensions on yourself before you could hire someone to do it?
No. Yes.
I don't know. I'm asking you honestly. Like before you put lash extensions on your eyes, did you say no? First, I need to learn the art of doing it, and then I'll hire someone to do it.
Oh, okay. I see where you're going with this question now. So I haven't had them professionally done. I did
Oh,
teach myself how to do it.
okay. Okay. So that's
And
not a good
now that I
example.
know how to do it, I want to pay somebody to do it.
Okay, so that's not a good example.
Yeah.
Or it is an example. That's what people are saying. They're like, I want to make sure, but they're saying this. Let me go further. Because you're
Okay.
talking about putting strips on. I'm talking about
Yeah.
actual like one by one. They're
Yeah. No.
saying they want to perfect the art of creating social media, creating their captions, doing their designs, and doing it consistently before they'll hire someone to do it.
Where they can
And I'm like,
outsource. Yeah.
but it's been a year and you're not doing it.
There are things, you and I, business owners, you outsource things you don't necessarily know how to do because you
Mhm.
know someone else can do it better.
Mhm. Mhm. You can't go to school for everything. And I
No.
think that there's this, like, when we become direct sellers and we're told, "Oh, is a business in the box, you can do it, anyone can do it." We think that means we have to know how to do all the things and we should never invest in anything else. I have to
Yeah.
go back to like seriously, I have to talk about social team again because really social team was created because I know that people aren't going to do their social media. And I wanted to create social teams, golly gee willikers, 2, 3 years ago, but could not get it into the right realm and like it was birth, but it wasn't birth. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, this is what I want to do. But being able to do people's social media for them, that takes it takes a village, as you know, it takes a team. Um, and it shocks and kind of awes me that people are like, no, I got to figure out how to do this myself. But you're not doing it.
Doing it.
You're not
Mm-hmm.
doing it. Like literally. And
Mm-hmm.
y'all tell me this. Yeah, I spent hours. I couldn't figure out Canva. So difficult. And I ended up not posting anything. Or I got my images done on
Yeah.
Canva, but I didn't know the captions. It was stumping me. And so I didn't post anything.
So I stopped. Yeah. Roxanne, let's go back to when you were ready to bring me on. Before you
Mhm.
brought me on, did you try to learn project management or like did you
Hell's
try to learn a tool?
hell's to the no. Like I mean, I had Trello and I was like, meh, 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 but it
Yeah.
wasn't like so y'all, no surprise, the organized process driven creator of RoxTalks is Taryn. The rocks, the T in talks is Taryn. Okay. Um, it you like you like you like
I
that?
do.
Good, good. Um, that's not my bailiwick.
Yeah.
I come up with ideas. If you want to read that book, was it Rocket Fuel? You are the
Integrator.
integrator and I am the innovator. Is that right?
Visionary.
Visionary. I see the book. I didn't finish the book.
Either did I actually. I read like the first two chapters and
Oh
I
my
was like, I got
gosh.
what I need.
Yeah, I got what I need.
Got
So,
it.
like, at the end of the day, am I going to put in processes? No. I'm going to be like, okay, I'm going to come in like a wrecking ball, and this is what we need to fix, and this is what it is, and here's the
Yeah.
idea. And then, if you want it to be processed, like, so it's a beautiful thing that people can keep on, like, enjoying and whatnot, that's Taryn. That's Taryn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did I think I need to learn that? No, because I know who I am,
Yeah.
right? I know who I am. Does it mean that I needed to learn it before I could hire Taryn to do it? No, no,
Mm-mm. You
no.
knew you couldn't do it.
Yeah,
Didn't want to do it.
didn't want it. I said, listen, I will do it until I can get to a point where I can hire someone. And when I say I'll do it, I mean it was like, but I wasn't
You made
doing
it
it.
work, but you
No,
couldn't have had social teams probably.
well, no.
Right? It's like
And
we've
yes,
since bringing me on, we've been able to do more. We
yes,
can make way more sales, because we
yes.
can support it.
We can impact more people. It's the same thing. That's a great example. So
Same
when you
thing.
sit there and you're like, "Oh my gosh, no, I'm not posting about my hero product consistently," or "Oh my gosh, no, it's not working." It's because you are not an expert. I'm just telling you, you are not an expert in that. And you're trying to be, and you think you're saving yourself money, even though you know you're worth a lot more than that an hour. And henceforth, your business is not moving forward. That's in
Mhm.
a nutshell.
Social media is just much more complicated than it used to be. And I
It
get it.
is.
Depending on where you're at in your business, that's why we have like social content so you can learn that, especially if you're
Mhm.
starting your business, you don't have a much of a budget at all.
For $67.
Yeah, so you're learning it, you're
Yeah,
figuring it out.
right.
But ultimately, this is bold. Every business should outsource their social media. Every
Yes.
business.
Every business
It's not something you should be learning because there's so much that goes into it. Unless
changes all
like
the time.
Yeah, unless you're like a social media manager and now also have a direct sales business, fine, whatever. But
Right, exactly. But even then, you're like, I don't necessarily want to do, you might not want to do it for that. Anyhow, alas, I say,
yeah,
and I'm glad you mentioned that. Listen, we know you're at different places. So I'm not sitting here going, you need to hire us or someone to do your social media. But that's why
yeah.
there's social content where for 4 weeks, I walk you through it and I give it to you. So if you really like, I need to prove to myself I can do it, Roxanne. Okay, well, then at least let me show you and give you some coaching on it.
Yep. And Social Templates Club. You get
Exactly.
your graphics and caption templates.
Exactly. So,
Same with social emails. We give
yes.
you templates. There are
Yes.
ways to make it easier. So, regardless, you should be investing somewhere.
Somewhere. There's a
Maybe
place
not
for you
with
somewhere.
us. Maybe it's
Right,
someone
could be somewhere
else.
else, but
That's fine.
invest, please, for the love of Pete, please.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a rant, but I
All
just,
right. Where were we going with this?
well, we were talking about the summit, but I was just so like, if you're sitting here a year later or 2 years later and you, or you've been in your business and you're like, I don't post consistently, but I'm going to wait till I can prove to myself that I can do it. I'm like, but you're not. Like if at
Mhm.
some point you accept what you're not and it's okay. There's no
Yeah.
judgment. You can't be everything to everyone. You are not a jack of all trades because a jack of all trades is an expert of none, right? Is that how they say it?
Mhm.
Yeah, or something like that. That's how they say it.
No,
And
that's
it's
it. Yeah.
true. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
A
So that's
Jill of all trades, I
a
prefer. But
Jill of all trades is an expert of none. So why don't you lean into what you're good at or the things that you have to do for your business? Like you personally have to do those connections. You have to talk to your customers. I can't do that for you. A template can't do that for you. You have to do that. So
Mhm.
you lean into that and the stuff you don't have to do, give it to someone else to do so you can focus on the stuff that you can do or the IP or the business building activity, whatever you want to call it. Oh, rant over. Oh my gosh, that was a lot.
Ooh, that was a good one.
How to get it out.
Guys, we never know where we're going to go on these episodes.
Uh-uh. No, and you've learned to be okay with that.
I have. It's sometimes a little uncomfortable, but I wing it.
You
No,
wing it
it's great.
well. What's
No,
going
I
on with
love
you
it.
behind the scenes?
Okay, you guys. This is a big dilemma that I need to share.
What's happening?
We need a new couch in our living room. And I'm having a heck of a time figuring out what color I want, figuring out what shape I want, because do I want a big like couch or do I want to like get some side chairs? And then I'm like, do I order online like these ones that I see these influencers talking about that are like so beautiful, or do I go to my local shop? Like I am just paralyzed. Like I went to the store the other day and I saw my guy. His name is Josh. Shout out to Josh at Blended Furniture. He's so amazing. Like, hey, it's me again.
You're
Like
such
sitting
a
on
home
all the
decorator.
couches. Oh, yeah, I love decorating and I'm getting stuck because they don't have like, I want a black couch and they don't have it,
Oh.
but I really want to support local. I am in a pickle.
Can you get can you get it reupholstered?
I mean, the couch itself already that I want is $6,000.
I was gonna start this by saying these couches are so expensive, but I thought maybe that wasn't helpful. But now I will
Yeah.
say that couches are so expensive. Jeez Louise.
And we went the cheaper route with our first couch. We have been in our house almost 4 years now, and the couch was new, and it's dead. The couch is dead, and it's like I thought it was a nice couch. We spent 2,300 on it, I think, and so now I'm like, I want like a couch that comes with like a guarantee. But
The problem
yeah,
with influencer couches is you don't get to sit on them. I find a lot of times couches are not comfortable on the back.
yeah, that's what I'm worried about. So I'm like looking up YouTube reviews. I have gone down a dark hole.
You should ask Sarah, by the way.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You should ask her. I have some ideas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because I even looked into like, should I hire a designer to help me like look at my space and then like pick a couch for me? So just stay tuned for our saga of
My
will
goodness.
Taryn pick a couch because it's been 3 months.
But I mean, a couch is a big deal. Scout Home Co., by the way, is who we're talking about, Sarah.
Yes.
Interesting.
Scouthome.co
.co, yeah.
for those who are interested. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That I don't know what to tell you except that's hard because it matters. And then it has to be one that will withstand little kittles as well, too.
Little kittles,
And
dogs. My
dogs and
husband's a
cats.
couch sleeper, so we need something that's sturdy because he likes to. That man, I can't get him sleeping in bed. I've given up. It's been 12 years. Sleep on the couch.
At least he's consistent. I love it. Okay, wait, what's
All
going on?
right. So that's me. What's going on with
I'm
you?
trying to think about what's going on with me. My gym opens tomorrow. My gym opens tomorrow.
Yeah. What is that? What do you mean?
Okay, so I broke up with Equinox because it
Okay.
just wasn't the same.
Okay.
And so I wasn't going. So I put
Mm.
I froze my membership for months and months, and I tried remember I tried that other gym
Yeah.
and they were not
You
working out.
couldn't
So
get into the classes or
exactly.
something?
So I said bye-bye. And I broke down and said, fine, I'm gonna sign up for Lifetime. The new Lifetime in my neighborhood is like literally in walking distance, and it opens up finally tomorrow. I didn't want to pay
Hey.
bougie prices for that. Some of you might be like, but you're with Equinox. Yeah, Lifetime here is more expensive than Equinox here. I had like a little special deal because of Scott's work. So I am so excited to start. I'm going to a yoga class tomorrow. I'm gonna be doing my
Nice.
because this is like wedding is 119 days from today, baby. 119.
Ooh, but I have a question for you. You go to a trainer, you don't get a gym membership with that?
I do, but that's like a meathead gym. I'm not going to be there. Are you kidding? There's no,
So
but
you have
really, I would,
okay.
before you judge me, I need to
No,
119 days.
I'm
I got it wrong.
just curious.
They don't have dance. And I can't,
You
I
like your
don't, you
dance.
know me, I don't do a treadmill. That's like torture. Just
Mm,
tell me you
mm,
hate me.
mm.
Yeah, but I need dance. So that was my issue. And so there's dance here. I'm going to do my dance classes, but they also say it's like they
Yeah.
really want it to be a place, an environment where you could just go there and work, which Equinox, I was in the club there. It seemed like it was that way as well too, but I'm
Oh,
hoping this is even better. And technically, although Equinox, if I walked was 30 minutes from my house, if I walked 5 minutes in the car, this is closer. It's 10 minutes from my house. So,
that's nice.
yeah. So
Well, enjoy your new gym. Like we have nothing good here, and we have a
living
Planet Fitness.
Oh, I've never been to one of those, but everyone says it like you just said
Yeah, I've never been either, but
it.
I will not go in one. And then the closest like nice gym that I thought about like signing the family up for is a 15-minute drive, which is fine in the summertime, but like winter, I would have to get on 2 highways. I was like,
Oh
I
no,
just
that's not gonna work.
I can't
No,
do
the
it.
highways, no.
So not meant to work out
That way.
at all.
At the gym. Let me qualify that word.
YouTube is my friend. There's lots of good workouts on there.
There you go. I think doesn't Disney have like a little workout thing? There's like kids workouts, but it can be like for
Oh, I
adults.
don't know.
I think they do family workouts now. I really do. Look
There's
into
this girl we follow on the YouTube, and she does like dancing workouts, but they're like workouts with dancing, not like the ones that you do. And I'll do those with the kids. I think that's fun.
That's fun. See, that's good. You're working out.
Minimal, minimal.
It's something. I have to tell you one more thing. So
Yeah.
Scott's daughter was in town. And we were like in the bathroom and we're doing like brows. And I was like, oh, my Anastasia brow like thing it's done and you get more. And she's like, oh, I don't use that. I use this. And she's like, she shows me this pot called Brow Freeze from Anastasia. And she's like, yeah, you just like comb it up. Now I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going home next weekend because it was for Rochelle's birthday. I'm gonna go check it out. So I went to Nordstrom and had them do it. I don't have it on right now. It was phenomenal, which I'm still regretting that I got rid of I waxed too much growing up. But my older sister was with me. I'm like, do it on her. And then we got some for my sister and her best friend. Like it's just a pot and you just put it on. So you don't put any
A
color.
pot?
It's a pot, like a pot of like clear like wax. And like you just boop, 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 boop. Looks so good on your brows. I was just looking at your brows going, oh, and you go up, you let it like you have a little spoolie and you got to make sure like it kind of heats up a little bit and you just go up
Yeah.
and then you brush out and that's all you do.
Oh my God, send me the link because my eyebrow stuff is almost out and I'm like, oh, I gotta order more, but I wasn't sure if I was liking it or not.
Yeah.
I need it.
Yeah, it's
I
good.
need it. And I never had the problem of waxing too much. These things are still hairy little caterpillars. I'm like, when does that happen? When does that stop? Because
Well,
they're
I'll
hairy.
explain it to you, my dear. You're in your early 30s. I waxed all through my 20s and through my I still wax, but I waxed too much. And they probably had wax that wasn't good for us back then. So you just are young. You don't have to deal with that. As a woman in my 40s, I'll be like 44 when this comes out. I just
You will be.
I know, right? Hey, there you go. All right. Thanks for coming to our little podcast.
We'll see you
Hey,
guys.
will you do a
What?
review? Like review it in 5 stars would be great. If you want to do 10 stars, if it'll let you, that's great as well too. But we'd love reviews. Thanks.
Yes, please leave us a review. Bye.
Bye.